Well, at UNESCO, we are saying the best way to counter fake news is not to use the word. Because when you use the word fake and news, you begin to create a question mark over news. Because in our view, if it's fake, it's not news. And if it's news, it should not be fake. So we don't like the term. And if we say we should just call it disinformation. Now, the way to counter disinformation is really to build defenses in the minds of people. They can see when there is disinformation coming their way. Internet filtering and blocking is often introduced by many governments for reasons as they see themselves as protecting the society. Maybe protecting the society against child abuse, maybe against political dissidents, but they see themselves as protecting. Now, the thing with blocking and filtering is that it's never completely effective, because with the internet you can get content still, even with blocking and filtering. So it's not the pure solution for those who want to protect, if their motivation is to protect. So again, we come back to the question that you need to prepare the public, because the public will come across information which can be disturbing, it can be challenging. It can be in a country with no democracy. You can have information which is proposing democracy and so on. So no government that wants to control through block and filtering can really expect that to be the only answer. They have to always realize it's like a child. You know, you can protect a child at some point, but you cannot lock a child inside a house. You have to let the child. You have to educate the child how to cross the street, how to see the different signals, how to understand what information is exploiting you with your sexuality, what information is exploiting you to buy certain products, what information is trying to mobilize you for militancy, what information is trying to mobilize you for democracy. You have to be able to have that literacy to understand, so that then each person, especially young people, can make their own judgment, and they can be the controllers of their own destiny, not to be manipulated. Okay, well, I think anybody who's in the traditional media or in the news media nowadays knows that the word media is much bigger than the media. Today it's social media, it's entertainment media. There's a fusion, convergence of these in terms of formats, in terms of the way information is collected, presented. And I think that they also realize, people in the media development community, that nowadays there are many, many actors. It might be a museum, it might be an NGO, it might be a blogger, it might be a government, could be a company, all producing information. So they produce information on the internet. And so I think the media people have got good experience about how to have quality standards for professional journalism. And they can bring this into the internet sphere to say to others, look, one, we are trying to be verifiable, we're trying to be in the public interest. You should try to come up to our standard also. To the extent you don't want to do it, well, that's freedom of expression. You can do what you can give gossip if you want on the internet. You can have cat videos if you want on the internet. It's not journalism, but if people in the media development community want to compete and want to influence this, they need to be in there speaking about the governance. And I think that what has been good in media and democratic societies, they have developed self-regulation with the professional codes of conduct, a press council, so they can share that experience with the people on the internet, so that what should happen with the internet companies when there are problems on their sites. How can that self-regulation of Facebook, Twitter, how can their self-regulation improve from learning from the experience of the news media?